Savannah.
I'm Alex.
And we are starting a little YouTube series this year. One of my goals for 2020 was to start a YouTube channel, get a certain amount of followers, do all these things, and I did nothing. I just got the camera. So, take two, going into 2021, open it up with a bang. So we actually wanted to start our first video ever with like our 2020 recap, because it's December 27th and we're starting to reflect on everything. So we're gonna go right into it.
2020, we did a manifestation board. We've done a manifestation board in the past. I think the first year we did it was 2019, but we only got like one or two things done that we put on the board. And our version of the board isn't like a vision board where you cut out like pictures and glue them on a board, you look at them every day, and it's not really like an accountability board either, where you're like psyching yourself up every day to accomplish what's on the board. It's kind of just something we write one night when we're drunk, and then like at the end of the year we look and we see what did we actually do that we wanted to do, and usually try to make it outlandish and like far-fetched, things that you don't think are actually really going to happen, but you know, you'd love it if it did. And then we have some small silly ones too.
And you know, obviously the point of manifesting is like you're putting something out into the universe that you want to achieve, and you just have to believe it, and hopefully it happens. And obviously hard work comes along the way too. But yeah, 2019 was kind of a fail in most ways. We got married that year though, so that was one good thing. I remember a big 2019 goal was plan and execute a wedding, and I did it all before COVID hit, so that was good.
Yeah, and we got married, we moved in together. It was kind of a busy and stressful year, so we weren't able to do much of our individual goals.
We were broke as a joke, and I know we've always had the same goals no matter what. I think since we even started dating, we've always wanted to like work from home and I don't know, like get a house. There's always been main things that we've really always wanted to do. So 2019 wasn't exactly our year, but 2020 was. So
this is what our manifestation board looked like.
I can't tell if they can see that at all, but we'll read off the main points to you. Anyway, basically, I wrote down like our word of the year, and I decided it was going to be prosperity. And Alex was like, "Oh, that's a big goal. Okay, prosperity." So then we write down under Alex's name, he writes down all of his things for himself that he personally wants to achieve. And some might have to do with like our relationship, but for the most part it has to do with him and his career and his life. And then same thing for me, I write down everything I want to achieve. And then on the right side we do joint. So our joint manifestations, we always have ones about like going on big trips and stuff, and those haven't happened yet. But yeah, it's just a fun kind of thing to do at the start of every year. So
my first one says that I was going to leave my full-time job. So I was going to leave my job and any other corporate 9 to 5. That hasn't happened yet, and we're almost done with the year, but maybe soon. We're planning on really soon. So that's like a halfway. We got it.
Yeah, the fact that it's in our plan is already like success. So it's happening. Alex did not run a 5-minute 30-second mile for the second year in a row.
I did not, and I didn't learn how to play the guitar well. I didn't get 1 million streams on Spotify. I didn't limit my phone use. I'm not 7% body fat, but I didn't check, so I might be.
It looks good.
See, so some of these are unrealistic, but would have been cool if I did it. Some of them are really simple, like touch my toes with straight legs.
Can you do that?
I know. And then some private ones, which I'm not going to share. But one of the big ones was pay off all my debt. So I had, I think, a little over $25,000 in debt. I think closer to $30,000 in debt at the beginning of this year. And we were living in an apartment. We had just gotten our dog Noki, and we just recently been married, so we were really broke. With COVID and everything, we I was activated pretty much the entire year, and we used that as an opportunity to, luckily I had an employer that pays me while I'm gone, but the Army, I volunteered for the activation at first, way back in March, and then that just carried through to more opportunities throughout the year, and I was activated all the way up until October. With that, we were able to pay off all my debt within 1 or 2 months, I think, way back in April or May.
Which is insane, because obviously when COVID happened, I think everyone kind of felt financially insecure, and everyone's kind of worried. Somehow it helped us. COVID honestly made our lives better.
Yeah, COVID was good for us, especially in the beginning. I would say around January, me and Savannah sat down to actually do our finances and budget and try to plan out how long is it going to take us to pay off our debts, to be financially in a position where we could look, entertain the idea of buying a house. And I think the aggressive timeline we came up with was a little after 2 years. So 2 years, if we were like penny pinching, not going to Starbucks, all that stuff, it was going to take us 2 years, and then we did it in 2 months. So what I got out of that was just volunteer for things, whether you know what it's going to be or not. If you volunteer for it, it leads to more things that you can then volunteer for, and who knows what will happen. But for us, I was able to pay off the debt in 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, neither of us were thrilled about him leaving, but it turned out to be the best thing ever. I know I didn't think we were gonna get a house for a long time, so that was insane. But that kind of brings us to a lot of like our joint goals, our joint manifestations. We're like, buy a home was number one. We just wanted to buy a house as soon as we could, get out of our apartment, all that stuff. Number two is start a YouTube and podcast and grow to a certain amount of subscribers. So those didn't happen, but...
Well, technically, it is happening, and it's not the end of the year yet, so
right.
We could still check off that box.
Right, we did start it.
Buy the home one was really unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like, we put that on there just because it sounded nice.
Well, because we want it. Because we want it.
That's the idea.
It's like, not even that it sounds nice. It's like, this is what we want. Even if it's unrealistic, this is what we want.
Yeah, what do you want to manifest into your reality?
Yeah.
It sounds woo-woo, but whatever.
I like woo-woo. Number three was get a Frenchie, which we got, and we'll show him to you in a little bit. And French Bulldogs are not cheap, so that was honestly, I mean, it was already kind of in the works when we wrote this, but still, penny pinching just to buy a damn dog.
Right.
So we really weren't cut out for buying a Frenchie at that point in time, but we did it. We did train him to be a good boy. That was number four. He's a pretty good boy-ish. Yeah, number seven was both work from home, and because of COVID, that happened. Build up savings, one day, soon.
Weekly date nights?
Weekly date nights, probably. We have not honeymooned still. It's been over a year since we've been married. I don't know when that will happen, but that was on our manifestation. It didn't happen.
Okay, so let's go over your individual, your big individual.
Like I said, my word of the year was prosperity. I feel like that happened. Mm-hmm. Periodically we'll look at this, just like every, I don't know, 6 months. We'll be like, oh, let's look at it. And I was like, dang, prosperity really happened for us. Like, never thought it would have happened.
So, I mean, Savannah had on here, build a home gym and train out of it. The prerequisite to that one was buy a house, which, like we just said, was at least 2 years out. So, crazy thing to put on here, but we were able to buy a house, and then we were able to build a gym, and Savannah was able to launch her training out of here.
I mean, having a home was crucial for all this. I was making such little money in personal training outside, like at another gym. So this would have never happened if we didn't get a house. So it's crazy how it all happened. So yeah, that one definitely happened for me. Growing my online business, so it makes majority of my income. I'm working on that right now. So I would like for that to be kind of the main way I make money is online stuff. But for now, I'd say most of it is in person. So that's another one I'll be working on for 2021. Pay off all debt. I didn't have that much debt, but I did pay it off. Don't get pregnant. I went off hormonal birth control last November, so that was like a huge thing. Let's just make sure we're staying safe, and it didn't exactly happen, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We're fine. We'll get to that later. But that was a big one.
Teach Alex how to be an Instagram husband.
Alex is working on it right now.
Working on it.
He's in this video, so that means he's working on it. You are. If he's gonna edit all my videos, so if they suck, you know who to talk to. It's not me. Yeah, I feel like those are the main ones.
So anyways, we probably won't go through this one, checking off all the boxes until we usually do it like right around New Year's, maybe like right before, right after. And like I said, we get like a bottle of wine. I'll be drinking alone, but in the past, we'll have a bottle of wine and we'll drink it while we have fun with it. And then once we look at what we've accomplished, we kind of start our new manifestations. And we'll just go through ours together, like simultaneously doing our own individual goals, and then together we hit the joint one at the end.
It's really fun to read each other's too, I think.
It is fun. And like I said, it's not like we're putting pressure on ourselves throughout the year. We really don't look at it until the end of the year. So it's not like some kind of an accountability tool. It's really not for us. It's just a fun manifestation thing.
But it was just crazy how many of them actually came to fruition this year. Okay, so the first thing big thing that happened for us in 2020 is we got our dog, little Gnocchi, and he's such a sweet boy. And we've almost had him for a year now. We got him last January. He's like the best thing ever. So he's our first child. Say hi. And then second big thing was COVID obviously happened. And that caused us to be able to pay off all our debt. And we were able to buy a house, like pretty much right away. Came back June 1st and we closed on a house like, I think it was June 30th, like July 1st, something crazy. So we were in a rush. We were trying to get out of our apartment as soon as we could so we could start working on the home gym. So that happened. In the middle of all that, we found out we were pregnant, which was kind of like an oh shit moment. And that one, and we ended up miscarrying, which obviously still was sad. It was a bummer. But I think, personally, that like prepared us to be parents because we had already like in the mindset of it. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with me. But I did. Like, it made me realize, oh, like I do want to be a mom. Okay. So it was a blessing though, I think, because we really weren't ready. So we went ahead and started like grinding to get this gym done. We're in it right now. This is the Shred Shed. This is where I train everyone. So we went ahead and like poured all of our money into this gym for like 4 months. And then if you ever want to be attracted to your partner, just work your ass off for something, like towards a joint goal or towards a goal for like your lady, and be handy. It's very attractive.
Or pretend you're handy.
It's turn on, even if you mess some things up in here. So it looks good overall.
Every single thing that we did in here,
Okay.
every single thing was messed up with. There was one mess up in everything.
But no one else can notice except for us, so it's fine.
Not the gym equipment, that's all good.
Yeah, gym equipment, good.
But everything else has minor imperfections.
We found out we got pregnant again. It's a surprise again, but we're ready for it because we already got a house and we have a thriving business and we're ready.
We have a lot in store for future videos.
Very excited. We have lots of plans. So just stay tuned and you can subscribe to us, do all the things. I don't know what the other, click the thumbs up button.
Thumbs up, subscribe.
All of the things.
Yeah.
No, comment.
Comment. I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I don't really know the rules. But do all the things. Chris Kellen. Yeah, go follow our friend Chris Kellen. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great start to 2021. Manifesting it's better than 2020's been for most people, but yeah.